Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to week 4 of Zero Gravity Gaming in the IBS division. Today, we got a banger matchup for you guys as 1-1 TD Shadow takes on 0-2 Valor Bulls United. My name is Rad Chance, and I'm joined by Michael. Michael, how's it going today?
Going all right. I mean, exciting day of league already. We had our 2 finals today. We had, of course, LEC and LCS with Mad Lions and 100 Thieves taking the dubs. But you know what? Now we got the real important match of the day with week
This
4
is what
of
we've been waiting
IBS.
for. This is absolutely what we've been waiting for here. And we can see we're already into the draft. Picks and bans coming through from both of these teams. TD Shadow taking away the Viego, Bard, and Udyr. And the Bulls taking away the Vayne, Hecarim. And that last ban should be coming here pretty soon.
Last ban does end up being the Zinzao, that meta jungler that we know it's so prevalent, but yet banned away. And now we see TD Shadow starting to pick. And I don't have exactly many picks I'm expecting, but we know from what we know of this team that TD Shadow likes to scale. That's how they've picked up their wins, through late game scaling Kales. So with the Echo, that does give them a little bit more early pressure.
Yeah, and with this Echo likely going to be in the jungle here, they did revert the Echo jungle camp damage nerfs in the past. So now Echo jungle is a very prevalent pick in the meta currently. And like you said, this team wants to scale. They like to play their traditional team fights, scale up, and make it to late game and win by the team fight by scaling. So, like you said, Echo's a good one there. But the Bulls have Evelynn in response.
Evelyn's always such an interesting pick because very feast or famine. But if the player is talented on it, if Momo can actually show us that they're a good Evelynn, then it can be super scary. And now we do see Leona following up.
Yeah, Leona is one of these champions in the support role who is always pretty solid. You have a lot of CC capabilities. You have a lot of lockdown potential there. And especially against an Echo who is going to want to dive in and then press R to get out. Leona is a champ that can actually stop that and allow the team to kill him before he's able to get the Chrono Break off.
And then we also should see the Ashe locked in right here. An ADC that's been climbing in popularity in pro leagues, and I've seen a lot of varying discourse online. A lot of people that say that she's just useless. I mean, they understand the utility she gives, but it just feels like they don't think she does enough damage.
Yeah, what do you think about that? You think Ashe is good?
I think Ashe is good, but people, because of how basic she is, they undervalue her a lot. She does take the skill to pump out that lots of damage and use her utility to the highest potential. And so that falls onto Clone Man to actually show us, because, I mean, Ashe innately useful with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, just giving that long engage potential. But if TD Shadow wants to have that AD carry, Clone Man needs to be sure to step up. And then we also see Brandon needs help taking the Thresh, and Red Panda picking up a Varus.
Yeah, so I like the Thresh pick into Leona. It's a nice way to cancel out that Zenith Blade if it does land. So I definitely like that adaptation coming out from TD Shadow in the bottom lane. Second rotation of bans coming through here for VBU, Shen and Zed taking off the table, and for TD Shadow, Xerath and Darius taking off the table here. VBU, not a fan of the ninjas.
Yeah, I guess not. And then they pick the Renekton. And Renekton critique the champion as some may. Can put in a lot of work and soak up a lot of damage and make a lot of space for their team.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Renekton. I think it's seen a lot in competitive play. It does a lot of work if you can buy space, create time in the backside, and cause a lot of members to hit you. But on the other side of the lane, you're facing the Forge God Ornn himself.
I mean, Ornn is allowed or able to absorb a lot of this pressure. He doesn't really have kill pressure of his own unless he gets like an early level 6 and is running spellbook, so has that ignite. But I mean, should be able to just survive, and then will end up being very useful in fights. And combined with that Diana, this is becoming a lot of CC and a lot of AoE potential, but also a lot of AP damage.
Yeah, and I was gonna say we're already seeing, the sort of TD Shadow gameplay style starting to come to fruition here. You got the Ornn to scale into late game with the Ornn items. You got Echo Diana to just burst people in the team fights, scale up, get your items, and then pop off. And then Ash is gonna need a few items to really come online, but we're starting to see already that they want to play this late game focus team composition.
Yeah, we see the late game focus, and then we see VBU go for the exact opposite and go for a Pantheon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am not too sure about this pick as a whole. I don't know how strong it is. I mean, obviously the champion can do a lot in lane, but like, how useful will this champion realistically be? You are up against the Echo, so it's a melee champion, so you can actually get in there and punish a lot. But can you be useful? Is the big question.
Yeah, that is the question indeed. We're gonna see what happens. Can this champion actually do work in the early game? It's gonna depend. It's gonna depend on the lane matchup, first of all, and if Evelyn is able to come and help out. What do you think, Diana or Echo in the jungle?
I'd assume it's the Diana. I
Okay.
feel that even with the Echo buff, I think Diana at least has a presence, still the better jungler, and at least King of Brawl will probably, again, this is me making an assumption, be more comfortable on the Diana instead of the Echo. But it still is good that they have the flexibility. I also think Echo will be safer in that lane. Diana doesn't really have mobility except for in.
Yeah.
So the Echo having that dive definitely helps with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good point here. And I do just want to mention while we're getting into this client pick and ban here, some of the players, the notable names on these rosters here. VBU, they did make a few upgrades to their team, but unfortunately, they're 0-2, having a rough, slow start here. So it's gonna depend on see how they can put their team together, put these pieces together, and it's gonna take time, right? Whenever you add new players to your roster, it's gonna take time to mesh together, build that chemistry and synergy. So I'm looking forward to seeing maybe week 4 is the week that they build up and are able to pop off.
Yeah, we'll see. And I, of course, wish these teams the best, but they do put themselves into a ticking time bomb of sorts. I mean, we know Renekton has historically been touted as an early game champion, and then paired up with a Pantheon, like things have to get rolling early, and Evelyn's not the type of champion that likes to fall behind. So all three of these topside picks need to get ahead, and so a lot comes to TD Shadow if they can actually hold off. And again, already find myself eating my words a little bit as we do see the Diana into the mid lane and Echo in the jungle.
Yeah, I mean they can still trade, so we're not. That's not locked in yet. You never know. You never know. A little bit of mind games going on there, but um, yeah, I agree. I mean, double AD solo lanes for VBU. They got the Evelyn. If that Evelyn gets behind, I mean, you have no magic damage on your team. So, I mean, yeah,
Hey, Varus.
Varus Blight,
Yeah.
sure, whatever.
It
But
could be an
that's
AP Varus also. I mean, we have the lethality Zaya, so like wilder things have happened
we
in
listen. We
IBS.
haven't we haven't seen the Dowdy Zaya in a while. Okay, that pick is on the shelves right now. All right, but it could come back out pretty soon. AP Varus, another one. I think it's behind the lethality Zaya on the shelf right now. But Red Panda, Red Panda could
We'll see.
reach over and pull that back out. And yeah, we now see that these teams have locked in their picks coming through this client champion select. So we will be getting into the spectator delay in a few short moments here, but it does give us a little time to talk a bit more about the matchups and anything that we see fit. Michael, any highlighted matchups you see here?
I mean, I think the most interesting one is going to be that jungle matchup because it does come down, especially for 4-6, to who can get the jump on the other first. If Echo's actually able to get a W stun off, then that should be won by the Echo. But then, of course, if Evelyn's able to get that charm off, then it becomes a lot easier for them to pull off. So it's definitely gonna be a big what team can play better on vision, especially while the Evelyn's actually visible walking around the map. And then once she's not, using those control words to try to keep track of that champion.
Yeah, absolutely. Tracking the Evelyn is going to be essential for TD Shadow in this early game, just because, you don't want to let her get ahead early and snowball. But we've already said that a lot. TD Shadow needs to kind of play at their pace. They need to slow the game down. They need to scale into the later game, at least mid to late game. And, we'll be able to see their composition work as it is intended here. Um, is there anything else, Michael, before we throw it to a little break for the spectator delay?
Yeah, so as somebody pointed out in the chat, we see TD Shadow's bans. It's VBUXD.
Thank you. Thank,
That's all.
thank you for pointing that out, Michael. Is there anything else?
No, that's about it.
Okay. Well, on that though, we're gonna take a short break and be back onto the Rift in a few short minutes for game one between TD Shadow and Valor Bulls United. So get some water, but be back here soon because we'll be right back. And we are on to the Rift for game number 1 between TD Shadow and Valor Bulls United. For TD Shadow, Ziphis in the top lane on the Ornn, King of Brawl on Echo in the jungle, See the Dark on Diana in the mid lane, and Clone Man and Brandon needs help on Ashe and Thresh in the bottom lane.
And for the side of VBU, we got Beyblade on Renekton, Momo on Evelynn, Son of Zeus on Pantheon, and Red Panda and Staff Wannabe on Varus and Leona, as we see just a little ward plays coming out from King of Brawl.
Yeah, gonna gain some of that early vision and information, get that ward down back by that Oracle, and try to sweep out any wards that VBU might have put in their side of the jungle. Obviously, we got no fog of war, so we can see that there's no wards there, but these players do not, unless that's a new mod or something that was added to the game.
I think on that topic, I think it's like the way that League is rendered that's not really a thing. Because like things on your clients aren't rendered until whatever. So I think it's actually there's some clever way to prevent those types of things, but regardless.
Yeah, regardless, both of these junglers going to be starting on their respective blue buffs, so we will see them on different sides of the map as they reach level 3. Evelynn will be on that top side, and King of Brawl will be on the bottom side. And one thing I do want to mention here is that Red Panda opted for the cleanse on Varus, and we see Halo Blades, so that's pointing to the lethality. No AP this time, Mike. It's still on the shelf.
You still could go Hail Blade's AP, because think about it, you get that Blight
With
stack.
Blade start?
I mean, hey, you take whatever item's better for laning. Take Thorn's Ring if you really need. That's a lot of damage coming out from See the Dark.
See the Dark feeling good about themselves in this matchup. I mean, obviously, Diana's... the Diana versus Pantheon matchup, it would seem, at least in these early trades. But for the time being, both of these junglers full clearing on their blue sides and then making their way down to their respective red quadrants. Diana looking for the play here, going in, dashing. One more dash, one more auto, and first blood is going to go over to See the Dark.
I mean, my bad for doubting the Diana mid. I thought it was going to be a little scary, but I guess easy pull off from See the Dark. Not even in any threat of dying themselves. It's very, very clean.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's really that easy, right?
Yeah, just do it.
Just kill them.
You see a potential on the way ping from King of the Dark. Or King of Brawl.
King of the Dark. And the King of Brawl. Here we go. As the play comes through. Dredgeline not gonna, Death Set is not gonna land, but they're still gonna go. Staff Wannabe could be in trouble and have to burn the flash to get away. And a successful gank in this bottom side for TD Shadow, blowing the flash off the support.
Yeah, I thought I was the lost one for a second. I didn't see a Nautilus around, but you know what? I'm glad to see I'm on top of things. At least we have that going for us.
Yeah, I mean, I figured it out. It's okay. A lot of trading going on in this top side, though, as Beyblade getting the better of this so far. Kind of what we expected here. Renekton is going to dominate this early laning phase. Momo sniffing for something in the enemy jungle, but can't find anything. And now we're going to see a repeat gank into this bottom side. Death Sentence wide left again, but now no stun landing. And that's really going to be all. Now Son of Zeus looking for some aggression in this mid lane here. No junglers available in the nearby areas. So it's just one-on-one for now in this mid lane. But the dragon is spawning in 35 seconds. And for the time being, the wave state is about even. But TD Shadow will be pushing it.
It feels really awkward to me how hard King of Brawl is trying to force on this bot lane. And then looking at that team, it does make sense. This is the lane you need to actively get ahead. Because if your Ashe isn't ahead, it's just an easy MR stack coming out from VBU. Because your only source of AD damage at all. So you really want to try to force that ahead, but King of Brawl ends up losing a bit for it as Momo's up here stealing some of his top farm.
Yeah, Momo, the top camps were actually able to respawn, and Momo was in the area. Momo was looking for these camps for a while, and they finally were able to respawn. So going to be some jungle camp steals coming out from this Evelynn, at least just the Gromp for the time being. And now you can see the TD Shadow bot lane shoving in. They do have Pry on this dragon, but King of Brawl is on the other side of the map. So still going to be a little bit of time before that objective is looked at by either of these teams.
Yeah, should be a bit of time. We see Momo finally backing off, getting the back end, buying the Dark Seal. This is, I'd say on Evelyn, I see it more than other AP junglers even, but like Dark Seal, you really want to snowball. Dark Seal just aids that so much, and if you have, I mean, 10 stacks on the Dark Seal, it's extremely worth to just upgrade into the Magi. So anything to get yourself more and more ahead, it's what this Evelyn wants.
Even if you don't have 10 stacks on it, you're still going to upgrade it no matter what, you know?
But it becomes really worth when you do have those 10 stacks.
Okay. Good points there. Good points there. As we pass 6 minutes, though, into this game, taking a look at the game state, kills 1-0 in favor of TD Shadow, and that is going to come with that solo kill in the mid lane from See the Dark. Gold, about a 100 differential. About a 150 differential. Not too relevant right now. But we're seeing farm leads in favor of Beyblade in the top side. About 2 waves, or almost 2 waves, about a wave and a half. In the jungle, 1 camp advantage for Momo, Son of Zeus. And see that they're going at there. This Pantheon going to be taking up a lot of the damage for the time being, but going in. Moonfall flashed away by Son of Zeus. Very nice reaction time there to dodge out from that Diana ultimate.
Yeah, it's one thing now Son of Zeus has to look out for is that See the Dark actually has that combat spell in the ultimate. Son of Zeus can roam with the combination of the TP, but good flash away, saving their own life.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to feel nice, but that does leave Pantheon very, very in danger of a gank coming through from King of Brawl. And even without the gank, you know, the Dark should be able to get the solo kill again with that Moonfall, but now we're going to see it play into this bottom side here. Charm going to be channeled up. Volley going to slow for the time being, and the Zenith Blade is going to follow the Lantern in. As the Charm's going to come through onto Brandon. Clone Man has to flash away to safety, but now the teleports are coming in. This is a double teleport from the solo laners as the Forge God has been called. Knockups onto 1. The flash forward, and Brandon needs help. Will secure the kills. The King of Brawl going off over the wall, trying to dive in behind this tower. Ends up being a 1-for-0 in favor of TD Shadow, and the Dragon should be theirs as well.
Yeah, good instant teleports down from the solo laners of TD Shadow. I mean, just good execution. A little, I mean, I'll call it greedy coming out from Brandon. Really don't think you need the flash, and it ended up that they got the kill. So maybe not optimal, but still a good play. Good proactive play.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. A nice play there. Proactive, just like you said. It's going to get this bottom lane a bit more ahead. Son of Zeus taken really low. I think See the Dark has that E reset, but Staff Wannabe is in the area to dissuade any further aggression from the TD Shadow mid laner. Now we're seeing Momo start up that Rift Herald, and with 3 members in this topside river, should go down, but now Red Panda is in trouble. Gonna burn the cleanse to get away from that Enchanted Cross arrow, but the Dredge line Death Sentence again will land. Enchanted Corruption goes in the opposite direction. And Red Panda goes down on the top side of the map, though the Herald will be secured by VVU. And there are 3 members on both teams in this area, so they could look for a 3v3 play.
Very well could, and I mean, I like the cleanse pick in general from Red Panda, but there's only so much that it can actually do in situations like those where you're alone and completely away from your minions. There's just a single cleanse can't do enough in that situation, but good plays from the team, from TDS in general. Not even just about lane.
Yeah, at that point, if you're Red Panda, you have to just sack the wave completely. I mean, obviously, you can see what happens if you don't. You're going to burn the cleanse and you're still going to die. But on the top side, Ziphis could be in trouble here. Going to burn the Unstoppable for the time being. We get stunned up by Renekton, flashing out to safety to try to help. And King of Brawl is now here. But the Evelyn ulti will secure. See the Dark going in as King of Brawl will find the kills onto Beyblade. As where is the Moonfall? Not yet available.
Oh, wait, no.
Coming soon.
Okay, does not have ult.
And now Son of Zeus could be in trouble. As King of Brawl is chasing him down. Momo trying to look for the loop around here. Trying to find anything he can, but there's just too much damage from these AP members from TD Shadow. Now Momo could be in trouble as no ultimate is available. See the Dark has no mana but still gonna chase, try to find those autos. But Momo will walk out with their lives for the time being.
Yeah, Momo limps away, but I mean, I talked about this Pantheon in the pregame. Son of Zeus, not feeling great. It's a champion that needs to perform head to perform at all in the game, and sitting 0-3 is not the best look.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not. We talked about this early that you want to snowball if you are VBU, and this is quite the opposite. You know, the scaling composition is winning the early game. This and Beyblade going back and forth in this top lane here as Momo is making their way up here to help out Beyblade. Stealth is available now. As if it might be in trouble. Beyblade slicing and dicing in. The charm is going to be ticking down as it will get connected, and the Forge God will be called, but no one answers as Momo will find a kill onto Ziphus, and that Herald is going to be spawned in this top side, and that will be the first tower going over to VBU.
I mean, impressive turnaround, actually doing something on the map for VBU. Impressive play, and they're even going to get they're going to be able to get the third charge as TD isn't around here at all.
Yeah, no members from TD even on the side of the map. You can now see the Dark walking over, but either way, gold is still in favor of TD Shadow. Now Staff Wannabe could be in trouble. King of Brawl sniffing.
I mean, yeah, you mentioned the gold lead for...
Oh, see the Dark pressing Moonfall on nothing. That is quite unfortunate as that cooldown will be gone for the time being. Son of Zeus does have the flash available though. You saw him react to it once already, but you don't have to react to that one.
Yeah, that's just a little unfortunate, assuming the combo will hit and then just a little bit of a buffer screwing you up. But like we talked about, I mean, 4 kills to the side of TD, but they're only up like 600 gold.
Yeah, weirdly enough, you know, 4-kill advantage to have the dragon, but okay, wait a minute here. See the Dark looking for it, but the shield from Pantheon, see the Dark does not have the damage. The shield comes in clutch, the Proto Belt. Not enough damage now, but we're gonna fight into this bottom side here as the Solar Flare will stun up Clone Man as, as well to follow it up. CC, his teleports coming in now as Beyblade has made their way in. A double kill for Momo as Brandon has to flash into safety. Red Panda flashing forward with the arrow, but you have no items, so that's not going to do any damage yet. With Dragon spawning in 10 seconds here, you have to think the second Dragon of the game will go over to Valor Bulls United.
Yeah, I mean, gold lead as still minimal as it might be, is swinging into the favor of the Valor Bulls. And I mean, valiant effort from them, and especially Momo, 4-0 on this Evelyn, 8 stacks on the Dark Seal. Very, very scary.
Yeah, you know, it might be time. Might be time to upgrade. Upgrade time is coming soon. I do want to mention 3 rocket belts in this game. Looking at the mythic items. King of Brawl, See the Dark, and Momo. All going for some rocket belt technologies here. And I can respect it.
Oh, what? Do you happen to know the Ornn upgrade for rocket belt? It's
not
escaping
off the
me.
Dome.
Oh,
Not off the dome.
It's Hex Tech Proto Spearmint or something.
Proto Spearmint?
I don't know.
Like the gum? Like the gum flavor?
No. I don't know.
Spearmint something else that isn't the gum
like
flavor?
Experiment? I don't know. It's something like that. We'll see this game. They have an Ornn and they're killing the
Hold on 1 second here. In the top lane goes Beyblade slicing and dicing, trying to get out of there as the Dominus now will be popped, but there's no CC left for TD Shadow. And Beyblade's going to be able to just walk that out, no problem.
Yeah, I did have to pop the Dominus, but still, I mean, pretty sick dashes coming out from Beyblade and a lot of spells and just not enough damage coming out from the Ornn and Echo. Echo a little bit behind the curve. Yes, thank you. Upgraded arrow pack.
Ah, yes, the upgraded arrow pack. Beautiful.
We're gonna see
two of them.
3 would be really impressive. Maybe Brandon needs help, picks up one.
Could be, or you're just gonna help out Momo on the other side. They're that confident.
I'm still waiting for the game where we see the Viego take over an Ornn and upgrade his item.
Yeah, that'd
Or
be.
upgrade his team's item.
It's coming soon. Maybe next week. If you guys are playing on stream next week and you hear this right now, this is your sign. This is your, this is the sign. Pick Viego into Orange. See the Dark. Trading in mid lane, but look at Momo. Looking for it. See the Dark. Gonna get stunned up. The Charm is ticking down, but Moonfall is gonna land onto 2 members. Going under the tower they go here. See the Dark goes back in. Double dash. But it doesn't matter because Momo finds the execute on the enemy mid laner. As now Momo 5-0. Got the 10 stacked Dark Seal. Uh-oh.
Now you just gotta upgrade it.
I mean, now you're forced to upgrade it.
I mean, what a shame. Getting 10
What?
stacks and having to upgrade it.
Yeah,
This
that must be
Evelyn
awful.
still super scary. Down 20 farm. Kind of surprising, but I mean, if you're farming champions, like, well, you built yourself a little wiggle room there.
Why farm minions when champions get more gold?
Maybe XP, but like,
I mean,
I see what you're saying.
you don't need XP.
True.
Momo is level down on the enemy jungler and putting in work. So, XP does not matter. You heard it here first.
We see. Yeah, if Staff Wannabe actually completes this bag, this is just gonna, they're just gonna zone this Varus completely off the wave.
Yeah, absolutely. I do want to take a look at the CS numbers, though, in these lanes while VBU takes the second Rift Herald of the game. Actually, I'm not going to talk about it yet because King of Brawl walking into this topside river, going to see what's going on here and just decide that they do not want that action. See the Dark. Wait a minute.
Oh!
Could be in trouble here. Dodges out of the Zenith
Oh.
Blade, so that's pretty nice for the time being. But Solar Flare is available. King of Brawl is in the area as well, but 4 members strong for VBU in this mid lane. And this bottom lane tower will go down here, so Red Panda has to run for the hills. Now potential collapse opportunity on the bottom lane for TD Shadow as Momo is in the bottom side river, but the dragon spawning in just about 50 seconds here will be the second dragon for either of these teams. The Mountain Soul is going to be the choice for the Rift today. You're going to see the extra terrain coming out on the map.
Renekton doesn't
Still.
have TP.
Renekton TP should be coming up pretty soon. I think it'll be up before.
Dragon's
dragon.
up in 30.
Yeah,
Renekton TP
definitely will be
in,
up.
Yeah, Renekton TP up in 15, so it will be up. TD just sitting around a little bit early.
Yeah, you want to. So you want to shove the mid wave here for sure.
Yeah.
If you're TD Shadow. But we're just gonna let it tank. We're gonna let the tower eat it up. The tower needs to eat too.
Exactly.
So shout out.
Renekton also tier 2 tower just going down without a fight.
The crocodile also needs to eat. And Renekton is eating that top lane inner tower here, but the second dragon, the third dragon of the game, is under siege right now by the. Oh, Enchantress arrow wide right, but now the Forge God being called. Chain of Corruption is going to buy some time, but a one-man knockup onto Red Panda. Solar Flare does not find its mark, but look at Beyblade in the top side. Teleport coming through from Sea of the Dark to defend that inhib tower in the top lane. But the dragon and 1 kill going over to TD Shadow, as well as the blue buff for King of Brawl.
Yeah, Son of Zeus.
Oh, Son of Zeus looking for it now. On to Clone Man. Clone Man going to burn the flash. Try to get away, but King of Brawl is now on to the Pantheon. Beyblade's coming on the way as a Chrono Break will find some damages. Clone Man running into the Renekton. That is not quite the positioning that you want to see as Momo goes dominating on the Evelyn.
Momo going for that second item, Death Cap, it's looking like. Didn't have to upgrade the Dark Steel just yet, but hopefully coming soon, TM. But still, interesting series of plays. The first comment from Son of Zeus, just going super aggressively on that 1v2, presumably knowing that their team would be shortly behind, but jumped the gun a little early, I'd say.
Yeah, a little early, and then Clone Man just kind of walking into 4 members. A bit preemptive as well. Now teleports coming in as VBU looks to be making a play on this top side here. See the Dark could be in trouble. Moonfall is available. We're going to go on Son of Zeus instead. One-man Moonfall for the time being, but the members for VBU are here. Charm comes up. Beyblade will take him down, and See the Dark goes down yet again.
And even with the dragon in this very, very extended play now, going over to TD. Gold lead, Big B gold advantage still sitting in the hands of the VBU.
Yeah, right now the Big V gold advantage is about 1.6k in favor of VBU, but the kills and dragons are in favor of TD Shadow. And I mean, if you're TD Shadow right now, you're feeling fine with this, right? You're playing the scaling composition. The gold is relatively even. You're up in dragons. You're up in kills. Yeah, you dropped a few towers, but whatever. That's fine. You can pick those up later.
Yeah, that's just free gold for later. You're just saving it for
Yeah,
a rainy day.
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely
Rain
not
has
an
not come yet. Oh, baby. Chain of
Whoa.
Corruption will not find the mark. And that would have definitely been the trigger pulled if the Chain of Corruption landed. Staff Wannabe was hunting for value right there. We're going to see now if any continuation comes through. They're actually looking for a play, but not going to find anything yet as Momo has now made their way into this mid lane. You have to be careful. Always have eyes on Momo in these team fights. Looks going to land onto Leon, but that's really not the target you want to go for. Solifil is going to find its mark onto Clone Man, but the Forge God will be called. Knockups onto 2 as the moment dives into the backside. Will not find the execute. Taken really low here as now Pantheon is in the play. Son of Zeus flashing forward. Going to find Clone Man as now Ziphis is pretty low. See the Dark going in. 2-man Moonfall. He's going to find a lot of damage. Walking King of Brawl and See the Dark do. See the Dark goes golden as one goes down already. Beyblade taking pretty low, but a double kill with the slice and dice. As now Momo is looking for See the Dark. Flashing forward. We're going to find the stun. Charm. And Red Panda will secure the ace for VBU.
It's so surprising to me that this comes off of the back of a whiffed Verisol, and of course it was then TD re-engaging after the Verisol was down. But still, good turn coming out from VBU, and I don't think they get this. Yeah, they don't get the inhib turret, so they just do back off. But still,
Yeah, but
play.
now crucially, the Big B gold advantage is 4.3k. I mean, it more than doubled from that play.
Yeah, big B gold advantage, and just very. I mean, we talked about how TD aren't in the worst of positions for themselves, but I mean, you do want to stem the bleeding at some point.
Yeah, absolutely, and the bleeding must be stemmed here. You don't want to get too behind to where your late game scaling, you don't get to be able to scale, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with a 6-0 Evelyn and a 3-winner Nectin, it becomes a bit harder to do that. Momo lurking in the shadows. Will get spotted out. Slides the crab away, but the Enchanted Crystal Arrow is going to land. The chain CC is coming through here, and the damage comes through. A shutdown for Clone Man on the Ashe. That's going to feel really, really nice on this Ashe. You need to get this Ashe ahead so that you have some sort of AD damage threat on your team. The dragon now spawning. Potential third dragon for TD Shadow as the jungler for VBU is dead. They started up. See the Dark pushing in to that outer tower on the top side as the dragon will go over. A mountain soul point for TD Shadow as we approach 24 minutes into this game. 2 members roaming up as See the Dark has to kind of run for the hills here. They're going to back in the bush. This is dangerous. Moonfall is available, no flash. Diving in. Can he get onto Red Panda? Chain of Corruption is going to buy some time. See the Dark goes in. Moonfall will find its mark, but Red Panda burning the flash to get out of the second tick. As See the Dark will go down.
I mean, good crossplay map by VBU after they ended up losing the dragon, but Momo, the Scuttle Crab isn't worth it.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. Now Ziphis, how about the Orin? Is the Orin worth it? Let's see. As the Forge God will be called up. Whackabell going to nothing.
Done.
But a nice stun by Son of Zeus. Gonna deny the second tick of that Orin ultimate. Now Orin goes down. 4-4 on this top laner for TD Shadow.
Continuing off of my point before Ziphis rudely interrupted my point by dying. I don't think I play jungle enough to fully understand, but again and again I get interrupted.
Hold on 1 second. King of Brawl could be in trouble here as Zenith's bed gonna land. All the cooldowns. 2 ultimates flashed away by King of Brawl. A bit of mistiming there from VBU on those cooldowns, but Jam Brawl is able to escape with their lives. Go ahead. What was your point? Make it quick because you have time.
Scuttle Crab is why is Scuttle Crab mini Nexus? I don't play enough jungle. What's so important about it? You
It gives so
don't
much
die
XP
for it.
and so much gold. Come
Don't
on.
die for it. Yeah, also giving away a 900 gold shutdown gives a lot of gold too.
Listen, Blabber plays in the LCS and he does it all the time. Okay,
Well, look
and he
at
still
who
has
won
a job.
Well, they also didn't win LCS, so maybe it's not the most optimal strategy.
Yeah, but they did last season.
You know, like different season, different meta. But we're continuing in this game. King of Brawl. Crucially, Dragon.
Oh no. Oh no, Clone Man. Oh wow. Momo didn't wait for the charm to fully channel. So Clone Man was able to flash away and not get charmed. That is so unlucky for Momo, but we take those. Now we're gonna see TD Shadow threatening here. Trying to push a vision. The staff is right there to clear any of it out. See the Dark just diving onto Leona for some electrocute proc action.
Yeah, but very, very crucially for this next coming fight, VBU in those plays, they didn't pick up any kills, but they got flashed off of King of Brawl and Clone Man, two of the most important people. So that's very scary for TD.
Yeah, absolutely. Good point there. Here is those cooldowns are gonna be gone for a while. And look, all the ultimates are available now for VBU. No Enchanted Crystal Arrow yet for Clone Man, but all the ultimates are available there ready at a trigger's pull. Solar Flare, Chant Corruption can do so much work in a team fight and even to initiate the team fight. So we'll just have to see when VBU decides to pull the trigger. Looks like they're threatening.
If they see Diana show, they just need to go. They don't know where Diana is right now, so it could still turn into the 5v5. But if Diana shows on this wave, this could just be a snap engage, except they just turn and go for Diana instead.
Yeah, so Momo had a really big flank angle there. But they didn't, like you said, they didn't know where Diana was, so they didn't want to walk into the Diana ulti basically. And then they just all turn to try to go top lane, and then see the Dark presses B and says, "See you later."
Yeah, definitely a good heads up play from See the Dark to actually back. And it looks like everyone else thought it was a really good idea too, as everyone else on the map seems to be backing.
Yeah. So as we move forward here, okay, TD Shadow starting up the Baron. I was just about to ask you, what do you want to see from TD Shadow as we move further into the mid to late game of this specific game? And the Baron has been started up. Momo is somewhat close, but it looks like they have their eyes on Diana instead. They don't have any idea.
They got one blue ward, but Pantheon so far.
They have no idea the Baron will be going down as TD Shadow will secure it. Beyblade now walking into this topside river. Gonna see the members of TD Shadow and run for the hills. But now this dragon has spawned here. So that will go over to VBU. But if you're TD Shadow, you're happy. You snuck away the Nash.
Yeah, even if you aren't able to make much use of it, one, you should get that mid-tier 1 tower. That should usually be a given with Baron. Obviously, it can come down to how well VBU defends. But also, you just deny VBU from taking it. You buy yourself some time.
Absolutely. You're playing the scaling. You want to buy as much time as you can. Yeah, I mean, on the other hand, though, that does delay the potential Mountain Soul. However, right now, I don't think that they can fight. They could have fought for that dragon. Well, I don't think TD Shadow could have fought for that dragon.
I think it's actually good that their own soul is denied, because then you don't give VBU the option. Yeah, you don't give VBU the option of an Elder.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing the... Oh, no, I thought Ornn was upgrading.
Oh, Solar Flare is going to find the stun onto one, but Ornn being called up. Momo is on a fat flank here, as Ornn will not be called back, as Son of Zeus is going to find the first kill in the team fight. Chrono Break back as Clone Man is in danger, will go down. Knockups onto one here as King of Brawl now is in trouble. Going to go down as well, as now a triple kill for Son of Zeus into the backside. See the Dark has to go golden, try to stay alive, but a quadra kill for Son of Zeus. Where's the Penta? They're calling for it in the comms. I can hear it all the way over here. But Zephys is not answering as he will run back to base. This should be at least an inhib for
Yeah.
VBU. I mean, still a lot of death timers for TD Shadow. They could continue to go for it. They still have a little over half a wave, and
10
then the new
seconds on
wave is
Ash,
coming
though.
in. Clone Man is spawning relatively soon here. So yeah, it looks like VBU is going to take the mid inhib and they're going to reset. They have a lot of gold to spend after that team fight victory. So they're going to rotate bot lane, take this last outer tower in the game for T Shadow, and then they're going to reset and buy some items.
Yeah, they're definitely sitting on a lot of gold. Actually, I expected more, but nothing to scoff at. Pantheon sitting on 1,800 and then 1k, or at least 1.2k for both Renekton and Varus, but, you know, gold's gold. You always love to spend it.
Gold is gold indeed. I heard that.
But also, what's not being reflected in the gold lead, these 2 Orin items that are now completed. We got 1 upgraded arrow pack, and 1, do you know the name of upgraded Sunfire?
Yeah, Forge Fire Crest.
Oh, you just looked at it, cool.
No, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
And then we have the Blood Ward, the upgraded Immortal Shield, though.
King of Brawl. Woo. Okay. Burning the Chrono Break for that mid lane tower. See the dark. Okay, that was very scary there. Could have been in trouble. Easily could have gotten dove on by Leona. But instead, Brandon is giving help in that situation. He doesn't need help. He was giving the help to see the dark, able to lantern Dana out to safety. For the time being, we have approached the 32-minute mark. The kills 18-11 in favor of VBU, and their gold advantage right now is 3.5k.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They also have four tower advantage.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and still though, soul point, mountain soul point for TD Shadow. That could come through at any time. And I will be honest with you, I think Mountain Soul is going to help significantly with their composition.
Yeah, Mountain Soul would definitely help if they
Oh,
can get...
King of Brawl could be in trouble. Walks in, gonna get stunned over the wall by Son of Zeus. But there's no follow-up damage.
Chrono Break back up already.
He's going back in. This guy is a psycho.
Yeah, the ops to not go back in. Dragon is spawning in 55 seconds, so maybe we play it a little bit safe. But, I mean, we know that TD Shadows, they want to get to this late game. They want to hit those item points, and, you know, those item break points are coming through. So this definitely is a team that I mean, we're not counting them out. We think they're still very much in this game, but this is their comfort spot. This is where they want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see Momo lurking in the shadows in this TD Shadow jungle. In the jungles of the TD Shadow jungle. There it is. Dragon spawning in 15 seconds. You can see Beyblade on the top side. Double TP available for VBU. Only one available for the time being for TD Shadow. But they've kind of just brute forced their way into this bot lane river. Beyblade gonna back and look for the TP. There are a few TP wards available. That one in the tri-bush is the main one that I'm seeing, but instead, just going to go to the back one, and the dragon is just dead. Mountain Soul given for free. Now we'll see if the fight ensuing comes through. Charm's going to be channeled onto Ziphis. That's not really the main target that you want to go for. Solar Flare is going to find its mark. Stun onto one is Channel Corruption as well. For the time being, Ziphis is buying a lot of time into the backside, but look and See the Dark goes. Red Panda is shut down already. Momo has used the ultimate, and See the Dark will go golden to buy some time in the backside. King of Brawl is doing a lot of damage, but look at Son of Zeus and Beyblade causing havoc in the back side. Momo will find the kills onto See the Dark as Clone Man has to run. A double kill for Son of Zeus, and that is a team fight victory for VBU. 4 for 3 in favor of them. Clone Man and King of Brawl, the only members left for TD Shadow. The mid lane inhib is gone. There's 2 super minions there. This could be the game for VBU if they opt to go for it. The Nexus towers are under siege as Clone Man is trying to do what they can. One tower is gone. King of Brawl looking for it, trying to clear the waves, but they just cannot yet as the towers dangerously low will go down as well. Beyblade diving onto the backside will try to find the kill and will find it onto Clone Man. Hit the Nexus. King of Brawl goes down too. Another ace for VBU. The Nexus will go down, and VBU take game one.
I mean, whoa. Little bit of a bonus explosion for me at the end, but very impressive game from VBU. I mean, they knew their strengths. Momo Beyblade had an insane game. Son of Zeus came back very good. Came back in a big way. They were 0-3. And I was like, this Pantheon's not really working out. Ended the game 9-5 and 8. Huge improvement. Huge game. Red Panda and Seth Wannabe always helping in these team fights too, and just very, very impressive game coming out from VBU.
Yeah, I mean, everything worked out perfectly for VBU. And, this does beg the question, are the pieces starting to click together? It's been, a slow start for VBU in the first couple weeks, but now we're starting to see, nice chemistry built up. And they're able to take game one off of TD Shadow, who is a team that is trying to, cement themselves as a top team in this league. But we are going to take a short break before we get into game two between TD Shadow and Valor Bulls United. So don't go anywhere because we'll be back shortly. And we are back for the pick ban for game number 2 between the Valor Bulls United and TD Shadow. VBU taking game 1 in relatively impressive fashion for sure. And so we're going to see what TD Shadow can do to come back and adapt to what they saw in game 1. Bans coming through here. Valor Bulls banning out the Vayne and the Hecarim, and TD Shadow banning out Leona and Evelyn.
Yeah, Valor Bulls, I mean, picked the early game comp, played the late game very well, so just impressive stuff all around. And we do see the only ban difference for Valor Bulls is leaving up a Zins out, so we could potentially see that here. But they're going to have to pick a bunch of new stuff as 3 of their picks are banned. Or 3
Yeah.
picks. Not of their picks. They didn't pick Echo.
3 picks from last game already banned, so we're not getting a salty run back.
Ooh.
Unless we do get
they
another
unban it.
Renekton. Yeah, we could get a little unban action, some technologies that we've never seen before. But Beyblade's going to have the Renekton again in the top lane.
You said Beyblades, and that just threw me back to last split.
Yeah, with our boys Beyblades let it rip.
Exactly. And now we see the Camille. Exciting. I'm a fan of Camille. I don't know this matchup too much, but I mean it is always exciting to see the Camille because there's such a high cap for that champion as to what it can do, and it can carry games, but also you can be pretty useless.
You can carry or you can int. It's a little coin flip type beat, but in the bottom lane, the Sivir is going to be locked in for TD Shadow.
So this is the AP, right? 60% scaling.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds pretty good to me. But I don't know about you guys. I actually would like to see a crit Sivir, please.
We only see one champion. So
yeah,
we don't
but
know for sure.
But they're stack attacking the tanky boys, so
yeah, it is looking pretty beefy.
It's looking beefy. How nice would an LDR feel right now? Well, not right now, but when we get into the game.
Probably as nice as a Sorrel does. But
maybe. Unclear. We'll have to ask production about that one later on, the analysts. But the bot lane will be locked in for Valor Bulls United here. Nautilus Kaisa going to be the choice for Red Panda and Staff Wannabe.
Yeah, it's a very instant pivot away from what I consider too much more meta ADCs in the last game. I mean, I played Varus Ashe. Neither of those are banned this game, unless I really can't read or see. But, I mean, interesting to see Red Panda going for a Kaisa. It, of course, could be comfort, and that's fine, but definitely interesting to see. And then we see the Braum locked in for Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, the heart is the strongest muscle, and you're gonna need some muscle to take down these beefy boys for Valor Bulls United. So Braum looking good here, and this could pair well with either form of Sivir. You're gonna have the auto attack reset from the W to get that extra proc in for Braum passive, A lot of options there, but we are into the second rotation of banning here. TD Shadow taking away the Diana, and that next ban should be coming in shortly. We're gonna see who they don't want to deal with. It's gonna be the Silas.
Again, two new bans. Actually, three new bans. As Zinzao was banned away last game, but we do see the Lily banned away.
Oh yes,
Insta a Mumu lock-in.
let's go. Let's go. I'm with this vibe for sure. Amumu, the sad mummy.
Not so sad anymore. He has two Qs to throw.
He's got a new outfit. He's got extra, extendo band-aids. But Karthus on the other side for Valor Bulls United is an interesting pick.
Yeah, Momo rocking the Karthus. I mean, so it could also be going to the mid lane. We don't really know. We'll know in 7 seconds, but a Graves lock-in again.
Maybe we won't know. We actually won't know.
We actually really don't know.
Either one of these champions could go mid or jungle. So it's gonna be on TD Shadow to see what do they want to pick. And Valor Bulls have a pretty, you know, they're pretty solid right now. They're feeling good about themselves because they have the advantageous pick, right? Which one would you rather send into the mid lane against whoever TD Shadow picks? Yeah, you get last pick, counter pick, but like we can just throw someone else mid lane and it doesn't even matter. TD Shadow gonna opt for the Ari in the mid lane. So who would you rather see go against the Ari?
I guess the Graves, just because the Graves can shove faster. Karthus, I feel, can get abused by the Ari, especially once 6 rolls around the Ari, an assassin, obviously.
Yeah.
And can make this Karthus life very hard with that Spirit Rush. But in Graves, just able to shove the wave, and that's all you really want. But I mean, of course, I'm not gonna be the mid laner, so we're gonna have to see how they feel in the moment and see what gets sent into the mid.
Yeah. I mean, you very well could be the mid laner. We don't actually know.
I mean, I wouldn't tell you, of course, because that'd be
Yeah, that would be not allowed.
yeah, that would be not allowed. But like, I mean, we can say it hypothetically because we don't know.
Yeah. Hypothetically speaking, if you were the mid laner, then, you'd be able to choose, but you're not, is what you're telling us at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm legally allowed to say. My legal counsel has advised me to only say that much.
Well, that's good. You always got to listen to the legal counsel. But we've seen the drafts pan out, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've seen all of these team compositions rounded out. We know what they're rocking. What do you like better?
I feel for Valor Bulls, it depends on how good they are at the champions. I think Karthus and Graves can do a lot in this game if they can pilot those champions effectively. Otherwise, TD Shadow adds a very run at you comp. I mean, it has the Mumu to mess things up once they're in the middle, as well as the Braum. Ari and Sivir can help close so much distance, as well as the Camille. It makes it very scary to be somebody immobile like the Karthus. Obviously, you still have the passive, so it doesn't matter as much if you die early. But you still don't want to die so early. But, I mean, if Valor Bulls can pull off their champs, I feel it should be hard for TD Shadow to be in a position to where they can play it as they should.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Valor Bulls have a pretty standard, composition where you got some frontline action, you got Karthus to fire it off, and Karthus even to just run in and start off the fights if you want him to. Yeah, Graves and Kai'Sa to deal a lot of damage. These two champions can definitely explode people if given the opportunity, given some resources in the early game. And I do enjoy their composition, but yeah, like you said, TD Shadow, they have the run at you composition. You have On the Hunt to speed up the Camille and Amumu. You have Ari to run at them with Spirit Rush. There's a lot of opportunities for TD Shadow to be in this game, to find picks with the Charm, to find picks with Hookshot, Bandage Toss, all these single target CC abilities where if Valor Bulls is out of position, they could be gone in a split second.
Exactly, and that's what we need to be, or that's what they need to be wary of in this game. And we're into the climb now, and we'll be, I mean, moving along.
Yeah, so we're seeing Mobo pilot the Karthus as of now. That could switch at any point. But Karthus in the jungle, Graves in the mid lane as of right now. We're getting through these second bans in a few, short seconds. But what?
I think we're, I mean, we say as of right now, but I think we're overestimating the swap a little too much. I feel it's pretty sneaky and wouldn't be the most obvious thing to pull off. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing Momo and Son of Zeus take what they have.
Yeah, I agree. I'm good with this. I like Graves into Ari matchup anyway better. So I'm a fan. But either way, I mean, we kind of talked about the team compositions as a whole already, but I do want to you want to highlight some of the individual matchups.
Yeah, so obviously we talked about this mid lane. Aries can be very scary. Great opportunity to put out waves. Renekton into Camille is an interesting one because while Renekton will obviously be the bully early, Camille, of course, will scale better later. And so that's why I talked about how a lot is put onto like this to see if they can play this Camille. And Beyblade, even if you fall a bit behind, Renekton, as we know with Gore Drinker and Sterex, becomes a team fight presence. And talking about this bot lane now, of course we talked about Sivir's build and we were questioning whether it would be lethality or crit. And I just got word from my producer that it's going to be actually, quote, unplayable as crit Sivir, so lethality Sivir is going to be the build.
Don't forget the emote.
Yeah, of course, Pepe left. Or feels good, man.
Yeah, feels good, man, is the most important part of that message. You heard it here first. The producer said so. That means it has to be true. Lethality Sivir coming in here, and we are now into this 3-minute spectator competitive integrity delay here. Which bot lane are you liking better, the Kai'Sa Nautilus or the Sivir Braum? I like the Kai'Sa Nautilus, to be honest.
Yeah, Kai'Sa Nautilus definitely does have a lot more in their wheelhouse early in the game. I feel that Sivir Braum does have options late into the game. Braum Shield doesn't really help their team too much, especially with Karthus having the lay waste. Still a lot of damage that can come out regardless of that shield. Sivir and Braum, it'll be difficult for them to actually pull something off. With Kai'Sa Nautilus, there's just so much CC, and Kai'Sa early will do a lot of the damage until some of the lethality comes out for Sivir.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree with all the points you made there. It's just gonna come down to the execution, right? How well can Clone Man spell shield the dredge lines from Nautilus? Finally, I get a Nautilus, right? And I can, the hook is called dredge line, so that sentence from last game. I kept messing that up, at least in the early game. But either way, we are gonna take a short break to get through this spectator delay. Get some water, go to the bathroom, do what you gotta do, but be back here in a few short minutes as we get onto the Rift for game number 2 between TD Shadow and Valor Bulls. Can the Bulls get their first win of the season in 2-0 fashion? We will see, but we will be right back, so don't go anywhere. And we are on to the Rift for game number 2 between Valor Bulls United and TD Shadow. For the Bulls, Beyblade on Renekton in the top lane, Momo on Cardus in the jungle, Son of Zeus on Graves in the mid lane, and Red Panda and Staff want to be rounding out the bottom lane with Kaisa Nautilus.
And for TD Shadow, Zyphus on Camille in the top lane. Running the teleport ignite, by the way. King of Brawl on Amumu in the jungle. See the Dark on Ari. And Clone Man and Brandon needs help on Sivir and Braum.
And I do want to mention, before we get any farther in this game, Clone Man running the lethal tempo.
Oh my gosh. It's
the producer has faulty information, and therefore we cannot trust him anymore. I'm sorry, guys, that we have to put you through this, but that's just how it has to be. We're getting misled.
Yeah, getting misled prior producer. I mean, it's nothing new. We're used to it. We had a different producer for a bit, and I'm sure we will again after this. Doesn't much like us. But you know what? We do what we can with what we're given.
A little sabotage action, it seems.
Red start for both these junglers.
Yeah, red start for both of these junglers. Similar thing as we saw last game, where they started opposing sides of the map, mirrored sides of the map, whatever you want to call it. The jury is still out on that, on that terminology. Nonetheless, though, both junglers starting on red.
I'm excited for Amumu. I haven't seen the change to Amumu.
Dude, it is nuts. I have seen it.
Oh,
go to work.
Okay.
And I've played against it. It's crazy.
Definitely an exciting pick here. And
I actually casted it on Thursday.
Oh. I'm sure it's something that VBU is not too practiced against themselves, which makes it all the more interesting.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, we will certainly see where it goes. Early level 2 comes through for the VBU bottom lane. Gonna force out TD to just back up and sack the wave for the time being.
We see Momo perfect farm on the first 2 waves, getting the 12 CS. So good on them.
It's really impressive when you can see the jungler not miss 1 minion for the first 2 waves of the game. It really shows the prowess, and the versatility of the champion and the player. Zyphus, hookshot's gonna go wide right. Still gonna get that auto off. A little bit of chunk action for this Camille in the top side. Dreadzine gonna land onto Brandon, but Brandon does not really need help yet. Not too much damage coming through from this VBU bot side.
Wonder what I found interesting.
Oh, hold on 1 second here. Zyphus and Beyblade going at it. Beyblade the aggressor, but Momo is here. Zyphus has no flash, but Beyblade is going to flash for fun behind him. But yeah, this should be a dead Camille here. One more auto should do it. And the first blood goes over to Momo and VBU.
Really, really big that they start getting that Karthus ahead early. Very big. Momo, obviously getting that Dark Harvest stack, but got the first blood. Zyphus punished for not having the flash.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely great execution by VBU there. You see, okay, Camille doesn't have the flash. Okay, you see Camille's playing really aggressive. Let's gank her because she has no flash. She can't get out. And once that hookshot ability is used, there's no escape for Camille at all.
Exactly. And so good. I mean, good on Beyblade, really, to get that all set up. And it looks like a repeat gank essentially coming out from Momo. Zyphus still has the E.
Oh. Yeah, you need to bait out that hook shot first before this play is gonna work. Yeah. Staff wannabe could be in trouble. Okay, they're going for a backup in this top side here as the layway's gonna come through. Stun trumps down. And for the time being, hookshot will get Zyphus out to safety. The last Skittles are not gonna find enough damage to take down the Camille. But look at the farm lead already accruing in this top lane for Beyblade and VBU. 31-19 in favor of this Renekton. That's gonna feel really, really nice. And if you look in the mid lane, CS lead is the other way with See the Dark having the advantage there. A lot of just trading and fighting back and forth. And it looks like TD Shadow looking for a bandage toss. Not enough range. That was so close to hitting Red Panda, but does not find the mark. Now See the Dark aggressing. Gonna burn that W and find a little bit more damage here. for the time being, not that much big action, just a lot of trading and fighting back and forth. Um, you can see now junglers are about even tempoed. Mumu picking up those steel-plated shoes.
It's okay, you almost got the name.
They
But yeah, we're seeing things chill for a little bit.
see the dark looking for it. Going in, get the Landian charm and the ignite, but she's flashing and autoing minions. No! No! See the dark misses out on a solo kill because of the smokescreen utilization and then autoing a minion. No.
That's tragic!
No.
It was such a good play off of the early level 6.
Beyblade going in, but Zyphus is level 6. Okay.
Zyphus being level 6 doesn't really help them in that situation.
Yeah.
Trying to stay in a box with their connection. But it was such a good play from See the Dark. Get the level 6, instantly go in, but Son of Zeus able to play away from it, or play around it without even having the flash.
Uh-oh.
Zyphus.
Looking for a solo kill here. Beyblade hit level 6. The Ignite's going to come through. Hextech Ultimatum is going to buy some time, but it doesn't matter as now over the top comes the Requiem. Some damage all the way across the map. Son of Zeus looking for it, but the charm's going to land from See the Dark. Half HP chunk. Beyblade is trying to find King of Brawl as well as King of Brawl is running into an angry crocodile. Going to burn the flash to get out of that dangerous situation as now Momo has made their way up into this top side to get this wave crashed into the tower. This Renekton is looking scary.
Yeah, so Renekton looking scary. Camille. As I wait.
Gonna land again. Red Panda walking a bit far forward here. I would have liked to see that Braum Q tag the Kaisa instead. Could have maybe looked to threaten an all in, but
yeah, exactly. But still sitting fine down here. VBU bot lane a little low on mana, so maybe shouldn't be going in too heavily in these coming moments. But while we're looking down here, I did want to bring up a thought that I have.
okay.
So, Brandon needs help. Their name? Brandon needs help. If their first name might not be Brandon though, and Brandon could be someone else on the team. So if Brandon needs help, it's not the Braum. Just a little interesting thought. But then again, it could all
little thought experiment.
Yeah, it could easily be disproven if somebody knows their name. But you know, I don't. Like in my mind, it's still fine.
Yeah, anyone in the chat, actually, if you could confirm, we would like that. But now we're going to see an all-in into this bottom side. Brandon needs help, taking pretty low. Here's the on the hunt. Will be popped. The flash burned away from the Braum to get out of that as Karthus was looking for some more damage in that bottom side. But with the bot lane for TD Shadow backing, this opens up the door for VBU to take the first dragon of the game, and it's an Infernal.
Infernal Dragon feels really good on the Karthus, I'll tell you that.
Oof. Beyblade is a menace on this Renekton right now.
I mean, I think it makes sense how effective Beyblade is on the Renekton, as we see Zyphus falling even lower. Because you know what Renekton's Q makes him do?
Tell me.
Makes him spin like a Beyblade.
Oh, baby. Oh, Beyblade.
That was good. I like that one.
Thank you. For the time being, though, the game has evened out as we pass 9 minutes into this one. 2 kills to 0 in favor of VBU. The Big B gold advantage is at 1.5k. And still no dragon has been taken.
Yeah, very surprising, because Karthus especially likes those Infernal Dragons because of how much AP they build. But
okay, Charm gonna land on the Son of Zeus as the roam. Dredgeye not gonna find the target. That was a good opportunity. That was a really, really nice opportunity for VBU. Unfortunately, just not able to capitalize on it. But now, King of Brawl is in this top side. Yeah, starting up the Rift Herald.
Starting up the Rift Herald. Momo, 2 levels up on King of Brawl.
How?
Good question. I'm guessing Momo was able to catch some lane XP, but still, that's really what you want for this Karthus.
Yeah, you want to snowball this Karthus as much as you can. There you go. You can see the Herald will be secured by TD Shadow. As even with, even though the Sivir is not lethality, that Boomerang Blade still does some solid amount of damage. Kaisa, has a hard time with this poke and the increased range of Sivir, as well as the wave clear. Sivir can just shove in the waves on repeat. But keep an eye out. Momo walking down into this bottom side. We could see a play here. On the hunt's available for Clone Man, as well as all the summoners except for Braum Flash.
Yeah,
As you can see, gank coming through. Red Panda taking extremely low here, but the dredge line blocked out by Braum. Clone Man going to be ulted up with a nice usage of the spell shield. If Brandon needs help, will find the return kill with the burst damage and the ignite on Red Panda. Now has to run for the hills. You don't really want to give it to Karthus, but there's not really much of an option. Beyblade gonna find King of Brawl here as the bandage toss gonna land. Slicing and dicing his way out of there is the Renekton. The second iteration of the bandage toss comes through. As Xiphus is trying to get in range to do anything, but just too far away. Son of Zeus dashing into the charm. Getting chunked down to below half HP.
Yeah.
See the Dark looking pretty good in this mid lane.
Yeah, See the Dark definitely playing the lane well. And punishing this Graves, which, I mean, not a pick we see all too much, but the Ahri, with the mobility and with the range at which you can do a lot of your damage, is showing up to be very effective against the Graves. And if nothing else, it seems to be the one point where TDS actually has the most opportunity to do something.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of opportunities there. Son of Zeus has had a lot of close calls, but still no kills on the board for See the Dark on this Ahri. Beyblade going back in. Just relentless. Every time the cooldowns are up, you're slicing in, you're dicing out. And that's just the power of this Renekton in the early game here. You can see Iron Spike Whip has been, purchased, has had that item for a while, but that does add to just some extra damage on the combo, as well as extra wave clear to get this wave shoved in. You can already see the CS lead is so massive for Beyblade right now. 31 CS advantage. Staff Wannabe could be in trouble though. Bandit Toss gonna land. Braum Q goes wide. Chilling Smite's coming down. Second iteration. Stun follows it up. And Clone Man looking for the Boomerang Blade, but oh my gosh, an insane flash by Staff Wannabe to get out of that curse of the Sad Mummy. And that's just honestly unfortunate timing there for King of Brawl.
Yeah, good patience from Staff Wannabe, not flashing too early. And, I mean, holding on for it long enough to dodge out on that Amumu ult and burn that cooldown. Good plays as we see now Karthus, again, making the way up to this top lane.
Xiphus could be in trouble here as the hookshot going to be used to get out, but a few more Karthus Qs and then the Requiem would certainly be enough to take down that Camille on the top side. You can see though,
showing their face again.
Amumu on this bottom side. King of Brawl. It looks like these teams are kind of, have alternate ideas. Where, yeah, Momo wants to. Okay, here we go. We're looking for the dive top lane, and Xiphus just gonna get destroyed by Beyblade. Beyblade is spinning and gonna take that solo kill. Didn't even need the help from the Karthus ultimate.
Yeah, it's the second time that happened, so it feels a little bit bad for the Karthus, but regardless, it opens up Beyblade to get the top turret all for themselves.
Yeah, and I do want to mention here, Herald was spawned in the bottom lane for King of Brawl and was able to get the charge there. But yeah, first tower will go over to Beyblade in the top lane. The Big B gold advantage almost at 3k right now at 14 minutes. That is a very large gold lead at 14 minutes.
Yeah, very large indeed. But Red Panda not looking great. And with Karthus still on the top side, Mumu and Ahri are both looking around here. So Red Panda needs to be careful.
I like this dive bot angle. This looks like a good dive bot angle to me.
Mumu's no ult up yet. But lots of damage down onto these members.
Okay, King of Brawl showing already. Not waiting for the wave. And now Judgment's gonna land onto the Amumu. Bandage toss will find the mark onto Red Panda's Killer Instinct gonna use to buy some time, gain a shield. King of Brawl has to flash out his teleports coming in from both solo laners. As King of Brawl goes back in, Bandage toss will find enough damage to take down Red Panda, but not before giving their own life to Momo. Beyblade is massive here. Hookshot's gonna stun up for the time being, as well as the Braum passive comes through. Ahri, See the Dark, is still in the mid lane. pushing down that mid lane outer tower. 5 kills to 2 in favor of Valor Bulls United there as one for one in that bottom lane exchange.
Yeah, of course you'd like to see the quick TPs from both Son of Zeus and Beyblade, but I don't think they got anything from that.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, it's so a little bit of wasted cooldown, but See the Dark able to farm up for themselves, but getting some damage done.
Yeah, Ari's able to kite so effectively. Just anytime Graves goes in, Ari can just like press charm and run away. So pretty effective there. And you can see the gold lead, or the CS lead now is almost 2 waves for See the Dark, just coming off the back of that TP play from Son of Zeus. To be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of taking teleport on Graves in the solo lane.
Yeah, I mean, I guess thought process is if you're against the Ari, you're gonna be in some danger. But
Oh
Brandon needs
baby,
help.
Brandon needs help indeed. As damage is coming through, but the shield's gonna block up a lot of that damage. Sivir has completed the Gale Force. I don't know how I feel about the Gale Force, to be honest with you.
I mean, it gets you a bit further away from the Renekton, is my kind of thought process. I agree in that maybe it's not the best, but I guess shield will only gets you so far.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense here. You can see second dragon of the game going over to VBU as we see the ocean bring life to the rift here. That's going to get those extra bushes all over the map here. A little extra cover for you to hide around.
And
And
something
this, good.
no, as the spot turret falls, but what I want to point out is Kai'Sa's build actually. Kai'Sa, Red Panda, very early Dirk. And this is a build that I used to see a couple of months ago, and I guess it hasn't fallen off flavor too much as we see Red Panda.
Hey, Clone Man getting aggressive onto Red Panda, but Red Panda able to just walk it out here. Braum was a bit too far back when Clone Man went there, so not able to follow it up with some CC. But now Baby looking for a Dominus, gonna be popped, trying to dive the tower.
We don't get to see.
Okay, but
And he's
King
out.
of Brawl is there for the resources for backup. No problem at all for Zyphus.
I think it is getting to a point where Beyblade could just 1v2 the top and jungle. Obviously, Zyphus Ignite makes that a lot more difficult, but this Renekton is so strong.
Yeah, I mean, sitting at 2-0 and 1 has the Gore Drinker completed, Phage and Merc Treads
4 farm.
146 farm. Yeah, literally up 60 farm. Over 60 farm. That is pretty insane here. You can see Beyblade is having their way right now in this top wave. And now here we go. Ari's going in. Spirit Rush going to find the charm onto Staff Wannabe. Still diving into the backside here with the Beyblade. Onto the back lines. Could be in trouble. See the Dark has to run for the hills. The hill's going to be popped as well as on the hunt. Movement speed. Kai'Sa, killer instinct into the backside. Trying to find some kills for themselves. But now Beyblade is front lining, running it through. Onto See the Dark that goes. The sun's going to land. And the Dredge line Beyblade goes on a killing spree, but will get shut down by Clone Man. Now 4 members strong. And they're going to eat a full Boomerang Blade as the curse of the Sad Mummy's going to find Sad Zeus. Red Panda will find a kill onto King of Brawl. Zyphus looking for Staff Wannabe 1 HP. Will find it with that Camille W. Is now Karthus laying waste. Clone Man flashing over. Gonna find the kills with the Boomerang Blade. The shutdown on the Karthus. But now Requiem will come through. What can it find? Nothing. As the spell shield is enough from Clone Man. It is up in time and it's timed correctly. A big fight coming through here for TD Shadow.
That is so much gold going into the Sivir's pocket. Sivir got the shutdown on both Renekton and Karthus, making 1,200 gold from just those 2 kills. That is so much. Yeah, and it's exactly what the Sivir needed. Their team was falling behind. Big B gold advantage, still 1k in favor of VBU, but TDS back on track a little bit.
Red Panda is so low. What are you doing trying to defend this tower?
Trying.
Yeah, mid lane outer tower will fall with this next wave, or at least it should. Yeah, like you said, Clone Man. Big shutdowns. Yeah, okay. Well, never mind. Tower will not go down.
Red Panda did their job.
I guess so. Looking at the CS differences in all of the lanes here, you can see an almost 70 CS lead for Beyblade in the top side, a 50 CS lead for Momo in the jungle. On the other hand, about a 2-wave lead for See the Dark in favor of TD Shadow, and then a 30 CS lead in favor of Clone Man for TD Shadow. So you can kind of see a little 2-2 action.
And
Rift Herald popped in. Can't forget 7 CS in favor of Brandon Needs Help. So that does, tip the scales in favor of TD Shadow.
Steph Wannabe actually hasn't completed the quest, but See the Dark and maybe in a bit of danger.
Beyblade is looking. Did not get the slice though as the charm comes through. Gonna buy some time and some space for See the Dark to get out of there as the red buff steal comes through for TD Shadow, as now they're looking. Clone Man frontlining, stepping up. They're not scared of the Nautilus or the Amumu at all. Beyblade diving in, gonna find the stun there. There's a lot of damage coming through. Everfost's gonna buy some time, buy some space to charm then. After that teleport into that top side here, but we're getting another fight in this bottom side. It is numbers advantage for VBU if they have to go for it. Oh, Son of Zeus hits the plant over, and that leaves King of Brawl going in.
Red Panda!
The side one, we gonna find it. Red Panda is into 3 members, and you're gonna just die. Requiem now over the top is gonna do a lot of damage. Some Dark Harvest procs will come through, but still numbers advantage in favor of TD Shadow for the time being, as Red Panda is dead. There's no AD carry, but it doesn't matter because they're gonna hit the dragon anyway. TP coming through from Beyblade to See the Dark does not have that ability. Clone Man stepping up a bit too far, gonna burn the heal and the shutdown. Goes over to Son of Zeus as the Graves able to find the one shot on the enemy Sivir. The dragon will go down to VBU, and that's going to put them on an Ocean Soul point.
VBU is able to chase TDS off the dragon because Camille teleported top. Beyblade putting in so much pressure and then is able to teleport to the dragon, while both of the solo laners for TDS end up just alone in the top lane.
Yeah, good macro play there by VBU, able to force those TPs out on the side lanes and then have the numbers advantage going into that dragon. And now they're sitting at an Ocean Soul point here. In about 4.5 minutes, they will have the opportunity to get that Ocean Soul.
Yeah, and even discounting how much the Ocean Soul itself gives, you're gonna be forced to buy Grievous Wounds if you're TDS, because they're going to heal so much with it if they're able to secure it in 4 minutes.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't be able to. Right now, they're fronting hard. They have a nice composition. They can posture up very aggressively. You have Nautilus hook for picks. You have Karthus to dive in for picks. So there's a lot of opportunities for VBU to actually posture up, start, threaten the fight, threaten the pick, and kind of gain space for themselves in particular, around particular objectives.
And this VBU, as I see, you're not on the prowl.
Ooh, Judgeline's gonna land here. They are trying to get onto Clone Man. On the hunt will be popped as Brandon needs help in the middle of 3 members. For the time being, though, 1 ultimate for 2 in favor of VBU. As no bot laners. Oh yes, it's that simple. But now the outer tower is under siege. Flashing forward from Beyblade, going into the backside here. Gonna find 1 kill onto Brandon, and now the dominance being popped right from over the top. And the Dredgeline's gonna land onto King of Brawl again. Person side bomb, he's not available, but the snipe from Clone Man is gonna find Red Panda on the back end, and on the bottom side, Son of Zeus gonna find a solo kill as well. Now Beyblade looking for Zyphus, and this is not a fight that you win if you're the Camille. Hex's ultimate is gonna buy some time, but it doesn't matter because the homies were there. The shutdown goes over to Zyphus, and now it's a 3v2 in the mid lane with the numbers in favor of TD Shadow for the time being. As Son of Zeus is still in that bottom lane. Teleport is available for the Graves, but still, it looks like it's all TD Shadow right now. Zyphus going up in this top lane, trying to collect this last outer tier tower on the map for their team.
Shifting into the viewpoint of VBU, it becomes, or it stands, that it's really hard for Kaisa to play this game. Wannabe. Wrong game.
Oh, Okay, really insane positioning there. I thought that Red Panda was just gonna get jumped on, but it ended up being that all the members there were actually TD Shadow. I mean, wait,
You were right.
yeah, all the members there were actually TD Shadow, so there wasn't really an option to jump. But either way, you know, a minute and 35 until this Ocean Soul, and that's gonna be the big objective that we expect the big explosive team fights to happen because of. And for the time being, everyone's just gonna farm. See the Dark might see solo kill. Gonna find the charm with the Spirit Rush, and that's gonna be a kill. Red Panda is down. 30 seconds on that death timer is gonna be a way or plenty of time to push this mid wave and walk down into this bottom side. Try to get some vision around this bottom side river in the jungle of the enemy team of VBU and try to set up to try to delay this Ocean Soul.
And something I wanted to note or mention before, but Kaisa has a really hard time this game. You're not able to really freely walk up and hit anyone, and you can't even there's no good target to ult in on.
Yeah.
Because Ari can just kill you.
Yep.
Sivir's always going to be by our team, and the other people are just way too tanky. So it's very hard for Red Panda to play this game.
Yeah, absolutely. The Kaisa pick not seeming to be putting in as much work as VB maybe wanted it to. You can see Red Panda sitting 1-5. Charm's going to land, as well as the Everfrost coming through. Bandage toss will be canceled by the time being, but the Curse's Adam is going to find the stun onto 2. Staff want to be taken really, really low and has to run away. And with that, 14 seconds on this dragon, it looks like the dragon is going to be all TD Shadow for the time being. Charm, not going to find its mark.
There is the plant from Ocean drag around, but looks like Momo is going to back, not even worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, right? See the Dark looking for it, going to find the charms on a Staff Wannabe. His ultimate's going to come through from the Nautilus. The dragon will be secured by TD Shadow. And that's going to delay the Ocean Soul for another 5 minutes.
Yeah, we talked about how TDS was still not out of this game. They're continuing to find their way back their way into this game off the back of some VBU throws. And VBU struggling to find their footing right now.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but they still hold the 1.5k gold lead, Big B gold advantage. So, they're still feeling okay right now about their status in the game. Plus, they're going to scale pretty well. You have the Karthus and the Graves that are going to scale well. You have, Beyblade on Renekton, who we've seen be able to put in a lot of work. So, I think they're still okay for the time being. Talking about BBU.
Yeah, for the time being, they're definitely fine, but Clone Man and See the Dark are becoming issues. And it's a lot about figuring out how to deal with them, because Clone Man, 3 items with the IE, this Sivir's putting out a lot of damage, especially for somebody as squishy as the Karthus and Kaisa. It's not a fun time being around that crit Sivir.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be imperative that VBU can find the picks onto Clone Man, because if Clone Man's left to freely hit in a team fight, it's going to be brutal for VBU. On the bottom side, Son of Zeus able to take away that bottom lane outer tower. So that's going to be a gold or a tower advantage now for VBU, sitting at 3-2. Dragon still in 3 minutes, but the Baron is up and on the table.
Look at how much farm TDS isn't attending to in the bot lane. It's gonna be shoving in. And it should crash soon, and it doesn't look like anyone has real intent to go there.
I would like to see VBU send someone there. Wait a minute, See the Dark.
They're prowling in this top side jungle, but VBU has vision on the Baron, so they're not worried. They have no reason to walk over there.
Yeah, I really want to see VBU send someone to that bottom lane to shove and force a member of TD Shadow at least to go and tend to it. But instead, not yet. As Brandon needs help, could be in trouble. Dragon's going to land. Has to burn the flash. He is very tanky, but taken to half HP already. No flash on the Braum. So that's a victory, of course, for VBU. And that gives them priority into this topside river. You can see they're setting up their vision, trying to get the midwave push back. so they have control and priority for the Baron if they want to go for it.
Dragon spawning in 2 minutes. Well, that's not too far out of the question. These teams will probably be back and getting control wards. And, I mean, a choice has to be made of whether you want to try to contest this Baron, or if you're VBU, do you want to get the soul? Like, what's more important to you at this point?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I think VBU wants to try to go for the soul. I think they'll be happy to trade Baron for soul at this point, because obviously who wouldn't? But I think that TD Shadow knows this, and that's why you can see, they have their members in the bottom side. They're trying to set up vision in the enemy jungle on the bottom side. All of their vision is going towards this bottom side, and if they're setting up vision around the dragon, then it's likely that they're gonna want to go for the dragon.
Yeah, for sure makes a lot of sense. And now it's up to VBU to try to fight their way in and get some vision, but it looks like...
Ooh, Charm's gonna land, force the flash out of Staff Wannabe, so now neither support has the flash. Nautilus has Hex Flash, though.
Yeah.
That could be something to look out for. Staff Wannabe looking for more. Gonna land the charm, but no damage after that.
No Spirit Rush on See the Dark, though, which is fairly impactful.
Yeah, no Spirit Rush on Ari. Nautilus does have to back, though, and they're gonna look for more. They're gonna go aggressive, as Red Panda might be in trouble. Flash forward, charm. Oh my gosh! Perfectly timed charm as Red Panda has to run, but the heal will not even get him to safety. Neither will the flash, as another kill goes over to TD Shadow, and the gold lead is minimal.
Yeah, the gold lead, I mean, we said it was like 2.5k like 10 minutes ago, and it hasn't grown since then, and it's not as impactful. Beyblade.
Oh, but they're setting up the death bush here. Okay.
Spots it out from Staff Wannabe, but Dragon is on the table for TDS. Kings onto Baron from VBU. I don't think they can rush it before TDS gets over there.
I don't either, but do they know is the question. Looks like on the way pings are coming,
yes.
And the Baron is actually going down really fast. So this looks like this could be a potential Baron take.
Oh my god, they just
for
get it.
VBU. Yeah, they have to take this and run for the absolute hills, though. As the lay waste is going to block out the whole river.
The what?
The lay waste.
The Wall of Pain?
Wall of Pain. Yeah, that one.
But
Wait a minute. Staff Wannabe not getting the back in time here. Depth charge. Gonna try to buy some time. Requiem doing so much damage. King Umbrella is taking really low, but it's only the support there.
But yeah, also, why are you Requieming?
I don't know. Interesting choices there.
For sure. As we see, Baron secured. Soul delayed a bit more.
Uh-oh. King Umbrella having to bring that flash away. Spirit Rush coming through. See the Darkness could be in trouble, but the extra charges of Spirit Rush buying enough space. Wall of Pain.
Go in. Kaita, in. Aw. I tried to will it, but Red Panda makes the correct choice. Does not kill themselves in the middle of 3. Save the dark.
Oh, baby.
No
See the dark. No mana will go golden, but will only delay the inevitable. No flash or anything as the kill goes over to Momo. Now 4-1 and 4 on the Karthus. You can already see how much damage Karthus is doing. 3 items stacked up. Has the Void Staff. Got that Oblivion Orb now. Working on that Morello in the near future. And this Karthus is really strong. The Graves is really strong. And their Renekton is really strong. The whole top half of VBU is quite strong right now. You can see Kaisa. Red Panda not having the best game. That's okay. Your team is here to pick you up.
I already talked about how hard it is to actually play this as Red Panda. But, oh man, sitting on 1,500 gold right now. Close to the...
15, need 1550. 1550 for Last Whisperer item. For LDR, so should have it now. Well, man, gonna take the reset, buy that Lord Domnix, and remember what I said in Champion Select. Lord Domnix is gonna feel juicy. Braum, taking away the blue buff to throw those extra Qs and deny the steal from VBU. Son of Zeus is sad. Yeah, either way, Dragon, 2 minutes.
We also saw how VBU, yeah, they snuck the Baron. Good for them, but also they snuck the Baron and stood around for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So nothing accomplished with that Baron buff. And let me see. Grom has purchased the chains and placed them onto Karthus, which makes a lot of sense. Being the only AP threat for VBU, you can block a lot of damage through them.
Yes, absolutely. Makes sense. You know, usually the concept when you buy Anathema's Chains is to put it on the one member who does the damage that you don't really want to itemize against. Um, the minority damage dealer, I'll say that. BBU pushing in this mid wave, dragon spawning in 1 minute and 20 seconds. That is a potential Ocean Soul. The third potential Ocean Soul for VBU. Do they opt to go for it? Do they opt to fight for it? Depends on if someone gets picked, because it seems like people have gotten picked prior to the dragon spawn for the last two. Charm not gonna land. It's gonna buy some time. The midwave is shoved. Now 1 minute left on this dragon. Baron in 2. Sivir is so effective at clearing out these waves. You can just see the
Doing
power.
so much damage too.
Dealing a lot of damage. This is the power of a critical strike Sivir. This is what I was talking about.
Okay,
Brandon needs
Valor
help.
could do that.
Could be in trouble. Gonna get stunned up. Dreadsign flashing forward. See the dark. Not gonna find the mark onto Momo, but it doesn't matter because damage is coming through. Curse of the Side Mom is gonna find a big stun, but a lot of damage. Karthus is doing so much damage. Requiem is gonna be massive. It destroys a quadra kill for Momo and a team fight destruction off the back of that Karthus. Dead body comes through for VBU. The dragon spawning in 15 seconds, and that's gonna be the Ocean Soul.
The Thousand Eyes Ace coming out for VBU off the back of that Karthus. TDS
That was
had
massive.
a really good play, and frankly, it was pretty good, but Karthus, it's Karthus still with that passive. It doesn't matter if you kill them first. They were able to get out most all of their damage.
Oh my goodness. That was massive. And you just knew. You just knew. You saw the Requiem channeling, and you're like, this is going to be destructive.
And it was.
And it absolutely was. Momo huge in that team fight. 8, 2, and 5 on the Karthus. Has the Rylai's, has the Leandri's, the Demonic, and the Void Staff. Finally, final item, probably going to be that Morello. I mean, I would like a Death Cap, to be honest with you.
Yeah, this is where you just say, you know what, team? You get the Grievous wounds. I'm just gonna get more damage. You know, I'm carrying these fights. My back is hurting. Just let me get something to ease that pain.
Yeah, I need some chiropractic here. And I think the only answer is a new hat. But I mean, I want to see that absolutely here. Now you can see BBU wearing Ocean Soul, looking strong. Big B gold advantage over 4K right
Baron
now.
up in 4 seconds. This is the look. Camille is bot lane, has the teleport. Braum just will not be there. Ward in the pit for TDS though.
Yeah, gotta clear out the vision. Charm's gonna land, do some damage on the Beyblade, but not too much. Everfrost as well, following it up.
That ends up doing a lot.
That ended up doing a lot of damage. Either way, still priority in this topside river for VBU.
Will be at the turret. Please be at the turret. Yeah, okay. Zyphus makes the correct decision, turns back towards the turret, and VBU need to be decisive.
VBU has started up the Baron. There's a pink ward in the pit for Zyphus if they want to get in. 7k HP. Look at King of Brawl. Eyes on. Has the flash. Teleport's coming in now, channeled from Zyphus. Does VBU want to fight? They have to be careful.
Ocean Soul.
This is the power of Ocean Soul here. See the dark. Looking for it. Gonna get Dreadlines up. And just almost instantly one shot. Going golden to dodge out of the collateral damage. Now into the backside. Dominus. And See the Dark is still living for the time being. Kaisa going in, but a Curse of the Sad Mummy onto the whole team. Son of Zeus goes on a rampage, as well as a shutdown coming through. He's going to go down, but it looks really good. Karthus is running through. Clone Man, the last member left, but the Requiem will take it down. Another ace for VBU. And please, run down mid and take an inhib.
Yeah, they could either do that, but it looks like what they have their eyes on instead is the Baron. definitely
they do?
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Can they
could do
do
it.
this? Yeah, they can do
Kaisa
it.
does a lot of damage.
2
There's
and
no
7
TP.
Kaisa?
Okay, 3-item Kaisa, let's say.
I mean, I would have at least liked to see the go for the mid lane tower at least, and then you can
Okay,
turn back to this Baron.
they get that with the pressure of the Baron. So they'll end up getting it anyways. They play it safe. They don't want to do that dance again. They don't want to risk it all on another Baron standoff.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, just eyes on Momo in that team fight, just massive, doing so much damage. What's the gold looking like? 1748. What a crazy time to look at the gold right there. Shout out Fetty Wap.
But also, you can't spend it because they're still sitting on that orb.
Oblivion. I really think I don't think that Momo is gonna go for death cap for some
Yeah,
reason.
I don't know either. Unless Momo,
It would be juicy.
unless
It
this
would
game
be an
goes for like
absolute
another
juicer.
10 minutes for some reason. Momo sells the boots for Rabadons.
It has been going for 41 and a half minutes.
Yeah. Sure.
VBU looking strong, threatening this mid lane inner tower. Zyphus still on the bottom side, does not have the teleport available, Beyblade does. So TP advantage in favor of VBU. But look at King of Brawl and See the Dark. They have a massive flank here. Glacial Fisher not going to find the mark to anyone, but now See the Dark could be in trouble. Karthus charmed up and instantly dead. Deleted. Son of Zeus will go down as well, but now look at the Requiem. Teleports coming in from Beyblade. See the Dark is taken pretty low. All these members are so low from VBU. I mean, sorry, from TDS, but there's just no damage yet. Zyphus going in. Dreadzone's gonna land. Buy some time as well. The tower will go down as Hextech Ultimatum goes on to Red Panda. But the stun, there's too much CC for the Camille to do anything. Inhib is under siege as it is a 4v3 in favor of TDS in their own base. Inhib goes down, and with that, VBU will take their prize, and it looks like Ping's going into the top lane. They want to rotate up there.
Yeah, walking up towards this top lane. As I'm trying to check for you, I can see in 16 seconds how many Dark Harvest stacks this Karthus has, but now, with Soul taken, the game revolves around this Elder Drake, but VBU is just pushing top.
Yeah, VBU is pushing top, and they want
Forcing
this
recalls.
tower. The tower is just going to go down, but the Elder Dragon is in 40 seconds.
They forced the recalls though, so it's only King of Brawl still over here. So they have time to reset and get back towards this dragon.
Yeah, absolutely. 24 seconds on this Elder Dragon. Here we go. Bush comes through. See the Dark as well. Son of Zeus could be in trouble here as Virax comes through. But so much shields! The shield! Son of Zeus lives!
And the healing from Soul.
And the Ocean Soul healing. He lives somehow. The Maw of Malmortius comes in clutch. And now, no jungler for TD Shadow. This dragon is looking like it's all VBU. Teleport coming back in from Son of Zeus. See the Dark. Could be in trouble. As Kaisa just instantly deletes you. The Ahri is dead. A 3v5 in favor of TD Shadow. They are wearing the Elder Dragon. The mid lane is open.
Brandon, you good?
Brandon needs help, absolutely, in this situation here. As the Voice Seeker's going to land. Killer Instinct in the backside. As Requiem over the top. Is it enough damage to take down the Braum? No, but it's enough for the Dark Harvest stack. Which,
Only
speaking of...
18
Dark Harvest stacks on Momo. VBU pushing it down into the base of TDS. Two members are recalling right now. They're not even here to defend the towers, as one Nexus tower will go down. The second one shortly after. King of Brawl trying to do what they can here, but can you beat the Elder Dragon? Dreadzone's gonna land here as Zyphus trying to find some damage on the backside, but it doesn't matter because Son of Zeus is gonna find the kills. The Elder Dragon is breathing fire on TDS as well. The Nexus will go down, and VBU finds what they need to take their first win of the season.
Yeah, and I mean, this is off the back of a bye week. VBU did something that week, and they made it work. They come away with the win against somebody who is trying to push for the top of the table. TD Shadow coming a little overconfident into the series and get put back into their place.
Yeah, I mean, we were asking Can VBU put the pieces together, find the synergy that they need to find in order to make this composition work? I mean, it seemed like they had all the upgrades coming into this season, but it just they started off really slow. Week 4, they come out strong. They get a 2-0 sweep on a team that was trying to threaten the top of the class, and VBU is looking really happy with themselves right now.
Yeah, exactly, and rightfully so. They played very well both of these games. I mean, it felt I mean, for the most part, besides some slip ups in the mid game, it felt like they were in control for most of both of these games.
Yeah, absolutely here. And an incredibly entertaining series here. Momo going off in that last game on the cart. This is getting the quadra kill for themselves. Beyblade, putting in work both games in the top side. And I mean, there's nothing else to say there, but VBU looking strong. And, you have to hope that they found what they needed.
Exactly. And I mean, impressive game coming away. Exciting set of games. And I mean, much like LCS today, it's the underdog really that comes away, strikes hard, strikes fast, shows no mercy.
Yes, and that is going to do it for us today for Zero Gravity Gaming in the IBS division. We hope you guys had a fun time with the cast watching the games. I know we did. My name is Ryan Chance. I've been joined by Michael. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Sunday for some more IBS action. We'll see you guys later.